Back after it was 2 weeks now since we last recorded the last podcast. I can't fucking believe it's been 2 weeks. Unbelievable. But yes, welcome back to the Mirror Army podcast for another episode. Unleashed, of course, as always. The outpour of messages I've been receiving over the last 2 weeks, asking where the podcast has been, where the vlogs have been. But I'm here, and I'm back for another episode. Recording this podcast on Wednesday morning instead of the usual Tuesday and Thursday. It's just been madness. More on that shortly. But most importantly, welcome back to the podcast, guys. I hope you're all doing well out there. And thank you for all your messages over the last 2 weeks since the last time I put a podcast out. The world has been going absolutely fucking boogaloo since the last time I spoke to you. Between all the things that's been going on in the world, in the news, and everything else has been going on, and most importantly, what's been going on in my life as well the last 2 weeks since the last time I spoke to you, is just every week I've tried to schedule in a podcast with my busy schedule, and it's just been one thing after another, one hurdle, one thing after another. Things have come up, and work related, and just fucking hell, man, it's just been hectic. But I was sitting there on Monday night, and I said to myself, right, I need to get these podcasts back out again because people are asking for it. I've had people emailing me and sending me messages, even personal people who I know personally, personal friends have even sent me messages on social media and text messages on WhatsApp saying, like, where the fuck's your podcast, Matthew? Like, seriously, what's going on? Are you okay? And are you alright? And what's going on? And I've been saying to them, like, listen, I have a lot of personal stuff going on at the minute too as well, and a lot of professional stuff going on too as well. I am bringing the podcast back, which I've done, and I'm here, so that's the most important thing. But anyway, yes, welcome back to another episode of the Mirror Army podcast. I've got loads to talk about today on the podcast. I want to answer some of your questions as well here on this Wednesday morning. There's just so much to talk about. So what the hell is going on with this fucking world we've been living in the last few weeks? Some of the stories I've been reading have been absolutely crazy. The stuff I've been hearing on the likes of the radio and seeing on the TV, and the world is going fucking mental. Between people killing babies and all this fucking LGBTQ crap, and elections coming up soon, and illegal immigrants in the UK, and word going around that apparently COVID's on its way back again. We talked about that, and I think it was the last episode we talked about. And there's a lot of stuff floating around the news over the last few days that apparently all these lockdowns are coming back at Christmas time. Well, you know my opinion on that. The world is just going absolutely mental. But we'll talk about everything that I can, that I've made notes of here today. I sat here this morning, looking out the window, and you don't even know why it's going to rain. I mean, where the hell's this summer been? Now, if you haven't watched my vlogs from our holiday in Blackpool and stuff, and whatnot, and then Lucy and I's other wee trip to England, which we're actually heading to another one this weekend. Like, have we really had much weather this summer? The fucking weather's been absolutely atrocious, between rain and storms, and it's just been one thing after another. It's been a weird summer. It's been a very fast moving summer. This summer has just went by so quick, and in the blink of an eye, it's almost over. The kids are back to school next week, and it's just fucking crazy. I mean, Lewis is back to school here next Thursday. Brooke gets more exam results tomorrow to see what her next step is in her career. It's just been one thing after another. This summer has just flew by so quick. Not really seen much of a fucking summer, to be quite honest. The weather we've had is absolutely horrendous. But I'm hoping the weather's actually good this weekend, because Lewis and I are heading off to Wembley Stadium this Sunday, which we're looking forward to. Anyway, before I continue on the podcast today and talk about what's going on in the bloody news and what I've been up to and whatnot since the last time I spoke to you and everything else, the usual stuff I like to talk about here at the start of the podcast, to let you guys know how you can contact the program or the show, or whatever you want to call it. If you'd like to get in touch with the Mirror Army podcast, you know how to do it by now if you're a regular listener. First of all, there's the old email address, which is mirrorarmypodcast@yahoo.com. Also, if you want to contact us by social media, which is probably the most busiest First of all, Facebook, which is the Facebook fan page, which is Moore Army YouTube channel, which is the official Facebook page for the Moore Army, which you can find all your blogs and photographs and everything else on there. You can send us a message as well. Please drop a like on that page for me. I would appreciate it. Also, the old Instagram, which is my Instagram, official Matthew Moore on Instagram. You can drop me a message on there. Check out all our social media posts and whatnot. Also on that app Threads or whatever it's called. I haven't really posted much on that, to be quite honest. It's part of Instagram, so I haven't really much, to be quite honest, been on it much, to be honest. And also the main page you want to go to, which you can get all your Moore Army merchandise from the YouTube channel, the podcast, and much more. You check out all the vlogs, contact us, listen to previous episodes of the podcast, and do whatever else you want to do on there. You can do that on the Moore Army website, which is moorearmy.co.uk. A lot of you been sending me photographs of all your merch you've been buying over the summer. Podcast t-shirts, Moore Army t-shirts, which I've loved this. I've been loving seeing. It's great to hear the fact that you are supporting still the Moore Army, which is great. But I enjoy hearing from you. Really, really do. And if you're listening to this podcast as well on Spotify, Apple Music, or the YouTube channel, especially the YouTube channel, if you're listening to this podcast, please drop a like on this podcast and also hit subscribe below. I really would appreciate it. Anyway, before we go into all the madness of what the hell's going on in the world a minute, what the hell have I been up to the last 2 weeks since the last time I spoke to you guys? Honestly, I have not stopped. Between travelling, working, football, kids, oh fuck, it just hasn't stopped the last 2 weeks. And every time I try and say to myself, right, I've got podcasting Tuesday and Thursday, I'll try and get it done early in the morning before I head off to start my day. It doesn't happen. Something comes up, work related or family related or whatever it is. It's fucking crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Just one thing after another. Work's been crazy this summer. Football's been busy enough too as well. Lucy and I have been up and down the football the last 2 weeks or so. The new season's well underway now. We're actually, it's quite good actually, because we've got a game this Friday night where we live in Bangor, which is brilliant, which is just down the road from us. We're playing Ards in the league, so if you're about the Bangor area on Friday night, you want to come along and say hello to us. We're there at Candyboy Park as we take on Ards in the league. Had a good start to the season, by the way. 2 wins and a last minute defeat last Saturday, which baffled me because we didn't really fucking turn up last Saturday. I actually ran into some people at the game who watched the videos. It was actually a wee family from, where were they from? I can't remember where they said they were from. They actually spotted Lewis at the side of the pitch taking pictures and stuff. So when they spotted Lewis, they automatically assumed that I was there too as well, because they said they listened to the podcast as well. So the Stevenson family, they're called. I don't want to give a wee shout out to the podcast this week. So hello to you all. Thanks for coming up and saying hello. There was mum and dad and 2 boys. And they were in the Belfast area, and they said, they were going to go to the Glentoran game, but it was rained off because the heavy rain the night before. Just as I said there, the fucking rain in this country over the summer hasn't even been a summer. Glentoran's pitch was flooded, so they thought, we'll just nip across the road here and go and watch the Welders play in their new stadium, and might see Matthew. And bang, we met them, and they were lovely people. So they were lovely, lovely people. They came up and got a picture and said hello, and they loved the videos, and they were saying, where's the podcast the last 2 weeks, and you haven't really been posting many videos these days as what you used to. And I just said to them, listen, it's just this last couple of months, it's just been hectic. Just haven't really had time, even over the last year or so. I mean, I keep saying to you guys all the time on the videos and on here in the podcast as well, I'm going to be posting more videos, and we'll be posting this and posting that and posting this and doing this and doing that, and then something happens. Compared to recent times where I had more time and I could do more videos, and don't get me wrong, it actually is starting to bother me, the fact that I can't do as much content as what I do. And I bought a new fucking camera too as well. To try and make the vlogs a bit more easier to edit and stuff and do. And a good camera, a GoPro Hero 11, the quality of the footage is incredible. But it was nice meeting that family, and we were having a good chat and stuff, and then I saw them at half time again, and we were just chit-chatting away and stuff, and it was lovely to meet them. And they said they watched the videos, and they couldn't get over the size of Lewis compared to what he used to be, and I called him over and he said hello to them as well, and we were just having a nice wee chat. It was a lovely family, and this is the thing I've said before about this. I love meeting new people, and it's great, and this is the reason why I do this content and stuff like that, because that's one of the perks of it. You meet new people who, are such nice people to meet, and I love hearing from them, and it's just so nice to hear from them. So it is, especially. I mean, in recent months I've met so many lovely people, and I almost want to give a wee shout out today on the podcast as well to Sharon, who I met at the WWE show a few months ago. She actually contacted me the other day and asked me to do a wee shout out. It was just some mentioning shout outs here on the podcast today. It was her son's Aaron's birthday. Recently he was 26. So they sort of give him a wee shout out for his birthday as well, just as one shout outs. I mean, they're the type of people who you like to meet, you know what I mean? But Stevenson family met there the weekend, and again, come back there, guys, that's the perks of it, the nice people I've met at, say, in the street concerts, in Liverpool games, the ice hockey matches we go to, football games, just all different types of people who you meet from all different types of life, and that last past Saturday there was another example. And a happy birthday as well there, to Sharon's son there this past Saturday. She actually contacted me again the other day and says, "Where's your podcasts?" Oh dear. But I've got more obviously messages I'll read throughout this podcast as well. But the point is, guys, you know what I mean, this last couple of weeks it's just been one thing after another, and I've just thought, right, I need to get reorganised here again, because it's like fucking great. This summer has just flown by. But I sat down there on Monday night, and I was sitting down there at the kitchen table, and I thought, right, I gotta reorganise and rejiggy around here again, where number one, I can start redoing more videos again and start doing the podcast regularly again. Because, guys, I love doing this podcast. I fucking love it, because I love hearing all your stories and all. I say this all the time, and I'm sure you're probably sick and tired of hearing me saying this, and I love hearing from you guys all the time, whether it be a sad story, a happy story, people, even the fucking trolls who come in all the time. I mean, I still get messages from the trolls all the time. Not as much as what I used to, but I just, at the end of the day, they're still making an effort to contact me, which means people are still listening, people are still watching, which I think's great. You know what I mean? Whether you like me or hate me, I don't give a shit. You know me by now. I couldn't give a shit. I always say to people, if you don't like me, you don't like what I say, you don't like what I have to do, then don't listen. But I just sat down there on Monday night and I thought to myself, right, I have to reorganise this again and try and get a schedule into place, because I see this podcast as like therapy. It's fucking great, where I can just sit and talk and rant and rave and express my thoughts on different things that go on in this world, and people out there who take the time to listen to me, and I do appreciate it. So, but anyway, yes, it's just been one thing after another the last couple of weeks, and as I said, I sat there on Monday night and I thought, right, I've wrote down a schedule, right, I need to make time for this, make time for that. Tuesdays and Thursdays are podcast day, so I need to squeeze that in the morning, get that out of the way so I can get it up and record it and out of the way. Sometimes it may wait a little bit later on in the day, because by the time I get it edited and put out and stuff. But again, at least it still goes out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's still out there for people to listen to. And most importantly, the vlogs. I mean, hell, as I said the other, I bought a new fucking camera, and the camera, this GoPro Hero 11 is superb. The camera is amazing, and I am enjoying messing around with it. I've actually recorded two videos that I haven't even released yet. They're on my YouTube channel. They're uploaded, but they're not public. And I'll tell you what they are about now. One of them about our new Liverpool shirts we got there over the last few weeks. And then I done another one there recorded last Saturday, where Lewis and I got some nice surprises of football. And then we talk about the situation where we got screwed out of tickets for WrestleMania next year in Philadelphia. Because Lewis and I think I've talked about this in the podcast before, Lewis and I were planning to head to America next year for WrestleMania 40. That was a fucking nightmare. I'll talk about that in just a wee second, actually. But those videos will be out this week. They've been recorded and edited and put out, and they're on the channel. They're uploaded, but they're not public. But I'll get those out, so I will. But anyway, that's what I'm to before I went into some of the news and stuff. I've said this for weeks, guys. Lewis and I are planning to head to Philadelphia next year for WrestleMania. I mean, obviously, they're not wrestling fans, but we are. We're heading there for a week's holiday and also attend WrestleMania while we're there. But most importantly, we're going to America. Now, we're off to London this weekend for a wrestling show at Wembley Stadium, which a lot of you out there who watch and listen to me are big wrestling fans are going to be watching it live. Lewis and I will be there in person. We're flying out early Sunday morning, so we're on the travels again. But yes, we were planning on going to the WrestleMania next year and spend a week in Philadelphia. But the point of this story is, guys, and I know we're rant and rave here, and you're probably going to tell me to shut the fuck up as usual, but I'm going to rant and rave anyway. Today's market, when you're buying tickets for whether it be a concert or a show or an event or whatever, you know, some of the prices for these shows now are absolutely fucking ridiculous. They are. They're absolutely ridiculous. Seats for concerts, seats for shows, even sporting events like boxing, wrestling, football, tennis, golf, everything. The price of tickets nowadays are absolutely ridiculous. We signed up for a pre-sale code for WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia next year. Now, I know all of you are listening, they're not wrestling fans, and I'm talking about this here, but the point I'm trying to make in this topic I'm talking about now is the fact that people are being fucked over by ticket sales. But anyway, the point is, we signed up for a pre-sale code months ago with Ticketmaster. The cheapest tickets they were offering for this event was $40. 40 American dollars, which is about 32, 33 quid, British pound sterling. Don't know what it is in euros, so don't ask me. So I know I have a lot of southern listeners. I do apologize. You can work it out yourself. But the point is, we signed up for the pre-sale last Tuesday. We got an email on Monday saying the pre-sale's on Tuesday and Wednesday. Or is it Wednesday and Thursday? It was one of the days anyway. It just shows you how much my days are all messed up and I've lost many days I've fucking lost recently. But anyway, got to the pre-sale, it's just right dead on. I was actually out with mum and dad. That's what it was. I was out with mum and dad. You probably saw that vlog on my YouTube channel. I took mum and dad out for dinner. The Belfast. It was a good day. Had a great time. Fucking lovely food. Down at RB Social Club in East Belfast. Brilliant time. Mum and dad had a ball. Great food, great crack. Had a laugh. And I used my new camera, my GoPro, and it was great. But anyway, coming back in the car, gets I said, right, okay, the pre-sale's coming up. I'll get on the Ticketmaster here to try and get, I got a pre-sale code and all signed up and whatever else. And I went into the pre-sale. Cheapest ticket. Now, here's the thing. The event we're supposed to go to, just drop something there, was a two-night event, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, and they do either individual night tickets or they do a 2-day combo. So I went on the Ticketmaster thinking, right, I'll go for the 2-day combo. Pretty much like what we done in London in July when I took Lewis to the event at the O2. We done the Friday night and the Saturday night, which was great. I had a ball. Go and check out the vlogs. But anyway, gets to Ticketmaster, goes on, and to the surprise of me, the shock, the price of tickets. The cheapest tickets that I could find for a 2-night combo for both of us together was working out at about $1,600, which was about, what, £1,500 for 2 nights. I had Lewis on the other device as well when I got home. He was checking single night tickets, $500. Now, this is not ringside, guys. This is in the top tiers of the stadium. This stadium is going to be holding close to 80,000 people, and they were looking that amount of money. Floor seats of the event for Lewis and I to go, $5,500 to $6,000 for 2 nights. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What was happening was, guys, and if you don't believe me, go and check it out yourself. This is what happens now. People are buying tickets in bulk, cheap tickets, and selling them off for mega money. Tickets that are normally $40 are now being sold as a resale ticket on Ticketmaster for both nights. So you say $40 a ticket, that's $80 a night for 2 nights for 2 people. So for one person, that's $160 for 2 nights for 2 people. Those tickets now are on Ticketmaster for over $1,000. Cheapest, minimum, $1,000. So for Lewis and I to go to both nights of WrestleMania for 2 nights would probably cost us the guts of $1,500. For a cheap nosebleed section seat. To go down on the floor for Ticketmaster, you're talking the guts of what, $6,000? Which, as much as I love WWE, I've been watching the wrestling since I was 4 or 5 years of age. Grew up watching it, never stopped watching it. Nobody's ever tried to stop me from watching it. Even when I was a kid, a teenager, an adult, up till now. And I don't care what anybody says. You can laugh all you want. Oh, you're watching fucking wrestling. Say you get a lot of dicks on social media say it all the time. Even when I went to the one in London with Lewis, they were like, oh, you're a grown man, you're watching wrestling. Let me tell you something. That got me through a lot of tough times. That was my way of switching off from the world when I was growing up as a kid, when I was being severely bullied. Badly bullied. That got me away from all that. It got me through bad relationship breakups. It got me through my divorce. It got me through personal issues. That was my wee way of switching off. That and football. And in later years, obviously, the kids and stuff as well came along. But that got me, that took me away from reality, and it helped me get through my tough times. So you can laugh and piss and cry all you want. I don't judge you for what you watch and what you support, so kiss my ass. But anyway, yeah, as much as I love the company, I've supported it for years. I've watched it. I've been to WrestleManias before. I've been to many a WrestleMania before. My tickets were nowhere near them fucking prices. Nowhere near it. And it's absolutely disgusting and it's heartbreaking too, because at the end of the day, I promised my son that I would take him to Philadelphia next year. I offered Brooke to go, but Brooke didn't want to go. Brooke said, Daddy, go and have fun. It's not for me. She's at that age now where she wants to do her own thing. She's 18 now. And I says, are you sure you don't even want to go? And she went, nah. Honestly, guys, it's heartbreaking, because the fact is that I've been saying for the last 2 or 3 years, even to Tony and Mum and Dad and Lewis, I will go to WrestleMania 40. I will be in Philadelphia, no matter where it's being held, and it's being held in Philadelphia. I will be there. By hook or by crook, I will be there. But when I went on to get those tickets, guys, I looked at those tickets. I even had a look at them this morning before I switched to fucking record on this podcast here. And I was like, are you serious, man? The price of tickets? Like, are you out of your goddamn mind? I know it's a big show, but the fact that it is now, when you go on there, it's all mostly resale tickets. Now, before you ask, yes, I did go on to other sources apart from Ticketmaster, the likes of StubHub and SeatGeek and all those places, and the prices are through the fucking roof. Through the roof. Even Lewis, God love him, 2 days ago, called me and goes, Dad, I found some reasonable ones. You could pay it off. There's a Ticketmaster do a payment scheme like over 4 months or 5 months. I says, Lewis, those tickets you're looking at, I still have to pay about $300 a month just to pay the fucking tickets. Then you got to book your flights, then you got to book your hotel, then you got to book all your other stuff that goes along with it. We went to the travel agency the other day. They were looking $2,000 for a week. That's your flights, 20 kilogram bag each. The hotel they were going to get us was actually very, very good. 4.5-star hotel with a pool and the whole works, and all-inclusive food and drinks and all that there, which was just amazing. But the point is, guys, you got to ball, and then you got to get Lewis a passport, which he hasn't got, and then we got to get Lewis and myself a travel visa. You know what I mean? It all adds up. Then you got to get spending money on top of that too as well. Then you got to buy tickets for the other shows that they have on that weekend too. The Friday night before WrestleMania, they do the Hall of Fame and a show as well. And then on the Monday night after WrestleMania, they do another show in Philadelphia, which is their big TV program, Monday Night Raw. So, I mean, you're talking the guts of $5,000. And then Lewis said to me, "Oh, but Dad, look at your mates who are going to these travel packages and all that there." And I contacted a friend of mine the other day for a travel package, and he's paying $2,500 for a hotel, this travel package and all that. To me, so for that $2,500, it gets your tickets for all the shows, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and all your different. Does that get you like your flights? No. I'm like, okay, so you're going to be paying about $4,000 then just for yourself? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm sorry, but as much as it breaks my heart, it is annoying me. It is bugging me because the fact that I promised Lewis I would take him, it's just annoying. And I mean, for the last month or two, I've been like putting money away and saving money, and had this. We got this box that we've been starting to put money into. We've been putting money in the bank and saving, and we've got a lot of money saved up so far. And then all of a sudden, you get hit with that there for the price of fucking tickets. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll still keep looking for tickets. But if anybody there is listening to this podcast right now but like to sponsor Lewis now to go to WrestleMania next year, please drop me an email. The fucking prices are extortionate. And as much as I would love to go to Philadelphia, because there's a lot of things in Philadelphia I'd love to go and see. A lot of landmarks and different things I'd love to go and see in Philadelphia. But I said to Lewis, I'm sorry, son, but that would financially cripple me. Unlike some of these other big YouTubers, they'll be paying thousands and thousands of dollars just to go. And honestly, if I could figure out a way to go there, I would. But again, it's fucking crazy money. Absolutely insane money to go next year. Sorry, I just need to take a drink here. It's crazy money. Absolutely crazy money. And as much as it's going to break my heart, but I'll still keep trying to figure out a way to get there. But I said to Lewis, think about it, son. I've got a lot of other things on this year. I've had a lot of things this last year especially. I took him to the 2 shows in London. Take him to Liverpool matches. We're going to Wembley Stadium this Sunday for a big wrestling show. There'll be over 80,000 people there. And we've been on loads of trips. We've been to summer holidays. I even think that this show in Philadelphia next year is in the start of April. I mean, Jesus, man, next year's going to be a killer for me. I've got Brooke's 18th birthday coming up in November. Then I got Christmas. Then I got Dad's birthday in February. Then Lewis turns 15 in March, just before WrestleMania. You know what I mean? And then the summer holidays next year, and just one thing after another. And it's just like I was sitting there financially trying to work it out, and I thought, nah, it's not going to happen. But the point of this story is, guys, the fucking prices of tickets on Ticketmaster and events nowadays are absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Now, I'm going to be talking a bit more about tickets for different events and all later on in the next episode, because there's a whole big kerfuffle going on at Liverpool's ground at the minute. This new stand being built and hospitality lounges, the football matches and stuff like that. The prices are just fucking scandalous. But anyway, I just thought I'd get that all out of the way before I continue on with the podcast today. But the prices, I was talking to Lewis last night about it again. Me, Lewis, I'm really sorry, son, but there's nothing I can do. And I know I shouldn't be apologising for it. It's not my fault, but prices of events now, even for local events here in Northern Ireland, to go and watch a concert or go and watch a show, the prices of tickets are fucking mental. And people are complaining about because of the cost of living and the cost of everything else that's going on at the minute. Everything's up through the fucking roof. And I had not an argument with a bit of a chat with a guy from the States on the WWE's Facebook page the other day. I commented on the thing about WrestleMania tickets, saying how much it was a disgrace and all, and he was ranting and raving at me, and I just turned and says, hold on a wee second here. Where are you travelling from? Oh, I'm from the Philly area. I mean, well, for your information, the point I'm trying to make is for people like myself who are travelling halfway around the fucking world to get there. You know what I mean? I'm paying for hotels, flights, putting stuff into your economy, my money, your restaurants and all that stuff as well. Oh, people like us are flying all around the fucking world. And he was like, oh, you don't understand. Oh, that's the price of the... yeah, okay, but you don't understand. I wasn't even arguing with him. I was just sort of making a point, but he was just trying to be a smarter, so I just left it at that. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on no more. Let's get into some of the stuff that's been going on in the world since I last spoke to you. Like, what is going on in this world today? It's going absolutely insane. Some of the stories that I've been hearing over the last couple of days. It's just this girl. What was her name again? I can't remember her flipping name now. The baby killer, I've been calling her, which is just absolutely disgusting. God, my head's just been blank now. I can't even remember her fucking name. The girl who has been all over the news the last few days, who was sentenced to spend the rest of her life in jail for killing, what was it, 7 babies? Something like that. Or 6 babies or 7 babies, and then trying to... Lucy Letby. That's the one. Couldn't remember her flipping name. She will spend the rest of her life in jail. And rightly so. Because what's she done? I mean, this story came out. She's a wee girl, nurse, 33. And she was convicted of... Sorry, that's what it was. She was convicted of doing 7 murders and 6 attempted murders at a hospital in Durham. And let's get into this discussion. My view of it as a parent. And the fact is, remember, she got her sentence and she didn't even turn up in court. And this makes me say to myself, what a fucking scumbag. Now, I want to say a few things here, guys, and if you're easily offended, then you can either switch off or fast forward or whatever you want to do, I don't mind. This woman is an animal. Simple and plain as that. This woman is a sick bastard. And spending the rest of her life in jail is too easy for her. She'll never get out of jail. She'll never be granted bail. And this is where my opinion about these type of people. Baby killers, pedophiles, in that sort of category. And I was watching a few news reports the other day about it, when she was getting her sentence, and all of a sudden they're going to try and look at the different laws and stuff now about different situations like this. Do you want to hear my opinion on it all? Sick bastards like that should be taken to the death penalty. I've spoken to a few people about this the last few days, like friends and family and stuff, and they've all said, just killing her off would be too easy. Make the bastard suffer. People like her should pay a horrible, long, torturous death for what she does. She killed the youngest baby she killed. Apparently, was not even a day old. What did that child ever do to her? Nothing. What did them children ever do to society in general, all them babies? Like innocent newborn babies being brutally killed by some sick, twisted bastard who needs to suffer and torture. I mean, okay, they're going to put her in jail for the rest of her life and she'll never see the light of day again. That's too fucking easy. As a parent, I'd be calling for a death penalty. People who do these types of things, whether they're a paedophile or they're a baby killer, even these children killers, no, like you see, I've talked about this over the last year or so on the podcast, like people going into schools and opening up fire on kids. These people are not even like human. They're just like sick, twisted individuals who need to be taught a severe lesson and then put out of their misery and killed. Okay, killing them, fair enough. Torturing them, yes, you say, Matthew, but at the end of the day, it's not going to bring back the children. It's not going to bring back the innocent people who've been killed and tortured, whatever else. Yes, I understand that. But what exactly goes through the head of someone to actually do that? To lift a baby at not even a day old and end its life? What possesses people to pick up a gun and walk into a primary school or high school or whatever you want to call it and open up fire on innocent children? Now, you could talk about this all day and say, well, maybe their mental health and their mind goes. Listen, I understand. I've worked with people for years who are 1 minute they're full of health and they're great, and then the next minute when the mind goes, that's it. Dementia kicks in or illnesses kick in, and I've seen people who were the smartest people you could ever think deteriorate into nothing, lose their mind, and the likes of dementia and all things like that, and then the next minute they just deteriorate into nothing and they end up dead. And it's a horrible thing to see. I mean, mental health's a big thing now, especially in this day and age. And I should know that myself, obviously having a few problems myself over the years. But what picks up the mind of a person to go into like of a school, or this girl, this nurse, this thing, should I call her, to do things like that. I personally think it's fucking disgusting. I mean, what is the punishment for this? I mean, I watched the sentencing live, and I thought, okay, well, she's never going to ever be out of, prison, ever. She's classed as a severe serial killer. But then when you go on the likes of social media, you get some people that say, like, oh, but it's her mental health, and you don't understand. Let me tell you something. I don't give a shit when anybody says you can fucking clip this and put this online or whatever you want to say. Cut this out and send it all around. I don't give a shit. People like that are sick bastards and deserve to be tortured and sent to the death penalty. Jail's too easy, in my opinion. Even paedophiles are an odd breed as well. People who groom and molest children are sick bastards, and they are evil, rotten. Just you can't even find a word to describe them. They're just sick bastards. And I don't care what anybody says. You may think, oh, Matthew, you're going too far in what you're saying. I don't give a shit. People like that should be tortured and made to pay and suffer for what they do to those innocent children, whether it be a child or a teenager or whatever it is they do. For years and years, you hear all these stories about people coming out. I mean, look at the situation with the likes of the Jimmy Savile situation and the Gary Glitters and Rolf Harris's of this world. All those sick bastards out there who, for years and years and years, were abusing young people. Savile was the worst one. And, most of it all didn't come out until after he died. I wish the fuck had to come out during the time, because even as I was a kid growing up, I never liked him. I thought he was a creepy bastard. Hell, my mother met him when he was 15. Mum, you're probably going to laugh when I tell you this story, but Mum broke her leg when she was 15, and she was in the hospital in Belfast with her mum and dad, and her family was around the bed, and fucking your man Pervo Savile was in Northern Ireland at the time visiting and stuff, and hospitals, not supposed charity work he was doing, and he was in the hospital that day, and he walked past the ward mum was sitting in her bed, and he was saying hello to everybody and all, and even back then, her parents and mum and all thought he was a creepy bastard, and he looked like a creepy bastard. He was a creepy bastard. He was a pervert. He was a sick, twisted bastard. Even when he was going into them schools and all, with them wee girls and all, and in all the stuff at Top of the Pops and all the stuff that he was doing, and people dared to speak up about it. No, and okay, well, people do speak up more nowadays than what they did back then, because people thought, you're just trying to say it because he's a celebrity and stuff. But really, the animal himself was doing it. He was doing all those things. But come back to this wee girl now who, killed them innocent babies. What goes through someone's mind to do that is beyond me. It's fucking sick. It's twisted. And okay, she's in jail for life. She'll be away from society and stuff like that. But I was saying to Mum the other night on the phone there, you'll probably hear a story in the next few years. Either she's been killed in jail, or she's killed herself, or something's happened, or whatever. And it is sick. It is actually sick. And I could talk about it all night, but I'm not going to, because at the end of the day, I want to give the scumbag more airtime. It's just horrible, 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 horrible story. It makes you rot in fucking hell for what you done to them babies. Rotten hell. Guys, the last couple of weeks I've been talking to you about schools and, parents taking a stand against all this woke crap and cross-dressing and all this shit that they're trying to feed the kids nowadays in schools and stuff like this. And a lot of you have been getting back to me, especially a lot of parents out there, which has been great to hear from you over the last few weeks about this and a few months. We talked about the school in Leicester. Was it Leicester, I think it was, where they all took a stand. The parents refused to send the pupils in because they were trying to get the kids to do cross-dressing on this play or whatever it was, and all the stuff that's been going on in relation to teaching. And then we've been talking about, the situation where kids have been like saying, I'm now declaring myself as a dog, and you'll only talk to me in barking, or I'm now as a cat, and you'll only talk to me in meowing, and all that crap. And teachers, because they turn around and refuse to do it, are losing their jobs, and this whole situation going on in the schools at the minute about woke crap and all this shit. I saw this story and it was like, what the actual fuck is going on in these schools? These schools are going apeshit. And I'm glad my kids are older now and they're not younger, because I'll tell you what, if my kids were exposed to this crap at primary school level, I'd be up at that fucking school raising hell. And I'm being honest, as a parent, I'd be raising hell. This is the title of the story. Woke Madness. Pride book featuring granddads in bondage gear shown to 4-year-olds. That's right. Listen, I'll say it again. Pride book featuring granddads in bondage gear shown to 4-year-olds. Really? What the fuck? I'll read some of this story. Parents at a preschool raised concern about the literature being shown to pupils. A pride book featuring older men in bondage gear has sparkled outrage as it's shown to 4-year-olds at schools. Parents with children at a preschool in Hull, England, raised concerns with staff after it was revealed pupils had been exposed to the images. A staff member checked with parents if they were happy for the children to see the contents of the book called Grandad's Pride. What the fuck? Really? However, a parent took exception to images of the partly naked men in leather bondage gear on the main cover of the book. What? I'm actually sitting here right now looking at the photograph, and it's a photograph of, two granddads in leather gear hugging each other with all these wee fucking wookie dopies all on the back and all these wee rainbow flags saying Grandad's Pride all over it. For the love of fuck, what is going on in this world? See this woke crap? It needs to fucking stop. This twinkle-toed fucking Nancy Pansy dancing around, shoving gay pride flags in your face bullshit needs to stop. I'm sorry, I've said this a million times before. I have absolutely no issue with anybody being gay. If you want to be gay, happy days. I applaud you for it. I have gay friends. I have lesbian friends. I know people who are gay and lesbian. Listen, I've nothing to do with it. But when you start showing shit like this to kids of 4 years of fucking age in school, I'm sorry, the line needs to be drawn. This is bullshit. I'm looking at this cover of this book, and if that was me and my child walked in here at 4 years of age and goes, "This is the book that we're going to be showing at school. It's called Grandad's Pride." Is that fucking right? Straight to the school. What are you doing? These schools, oh, fuck me. Teachers even stand up and saying, "Oh no, I'm not doing this for the kids," because the kids are now saying they're not children anymore, and they're dogs and they're cats and they're animals, and they're losing their job. Sensible, normal human being teachers like myself, not a teacher of course, but you know what I mean, stand up and saying, "No, I'm not doing it," and they're losing their fucking jobs because this woke dope fucking crap that's going on. I'm sorry, this is bullshit. Grandad's Pride. What the actual fuck? And somebody's going to clip this out and post it online. I couldn't give a shit. Go ahead. 4-year-olds. Jesus Christ, at 4 years of age, all I cared about was kicking a ball or playing with my action figures or watching football with my dad or watching fucking Thundercats on TV and playing in my room and playing with my football table and going out with my wee friends in the street. And same as nowadays, kids, the way it should be now, they should be like climbing a tree and playing football and going to the nursery class or whatever it is and having time with their mum and dad and watching their cartoons on TV, which by the way is all fucking, don't even get me started on that too as well. Cartoons nowadays is bullshit. But instead they're saying, "Oh, Grandad's Pride, look at this. You don't have to be a girl, be a boy." What the fuck? And other stuff I've seen in schools as well, teaching kids at early primary level about sex and about what? Guys, what the fuck is going on with this world? This woke insanity needs to stop. It's bullshit. See, since fucking COVID, I think they've sat at home and made up all these different crap. There was LG, lesbian and gays, then there was BQ, then there's LGBTQ+, then there's LGBT, blah, 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 69, 84, 85, all, it just adds to all this crap that they're coming up with. And everywhere I go, all I see is pride flags. Lewis made a good point. the other week he said to me, Dad, where's the straight flags? God love him. I mean, I don't know. I support gays, guys. I have nothing against them. But at the end of the day, there is ones out there who take it too far. And they're constantly saying, like, shoving it up in their face and saying, look at me, I'm gay. Look at this, look at that. And I'm like, fuck me. Listen, I have nothing against gay fellas. I know a lot of gay fellas. I have gay friends and all too as well. But I said to you before a few months ago on the podcast, I ran to one of my gay friends there I saw on the train a few months ago, and I've said to him, what's your view on all this? LGBTQ plus 69, 84, 39 plus crap. He goes, you know something? He says, I am ashamed of it. It is fucking annoying. It's doing my head in. So it does. And he's even stopped going to the gay pride parades because he's fed up with it all. You know? And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah. I used to go with my partner all the time. See now, too many drama queens at it. And ever since COVID, it's just got worse and worse and worse. But when I seen that about the school, Granddad's pride, what the actual fuck? This world is going absolutely bonkers. It is. It's going bonkers. Here, speaking of funny things, what about, was it yesterday? How Joe Biden turns up in Hawaii, and the people are standing. There wasn't that many people as what they expected it to be, maybe a handful. And as his cars were driving past the people, everybody had their fingers out and were shouting, "Fuck you, Biden." You don't believe me? Go check it online. You'll find the videos online. This man's going bonkers. More shit that he's been up to recently. And people, you guys send me clips of him all the time and I laugh at them. I really do. This man is going absolutely bonkers. So he is. But there you go. Well, just seeing that story about the school has just made me so fucking angry. It really, really has. But anyway, moving on. I don't want to talk about too much about Sleepy Joe, because Sleepy Joe will actually put me asleep and probably put you asleep too. But anyway, yes, here. Let's talk about house prices. So I was talking to a young guy on Instagram about 10 days ago. He sent me a message about wanting to buy his first house, and he was looking at a bit of advice, but the prices were extortionate and stuff like that. I was doing a bit of digging actually about it, and I just popped it in my head there. Actually, I know it's not part of my notes and stuff for the podcast, but it's saying now that the house prices are actually starting to drop now, which is good for young people trying to get on the market now. I was talking to this young guy about 10 days ago, and he said he was struggling to make ends meet, and he was struggling to get his deposit, and he wants to buy his first home, and he's found it difficult because he can't get on himself on the property market, and because of the amount of deposits they're looking for now, and the charges of legal fees now is extortionate, and the prices of houses are extortionate, and he's just like, fuck. So I just said to him, like, look, listen, this is what I done, but obviously the world's completely changed now. Compared to what it was like when I first bought my first house back in 2005. So it wasn't easy to get on the property market, but it was obviously a little bit more easier than what it is nowadays, because nowadays is just, guys, the prices of houses now are just absolutely insane, and just people are just struggling, especially with the cost of living now. I mean, Jesus Christ, I went out the other day and done shopping the other day with Lewis and couldn't believe for what I paid, the amount of money I paid for all that I got. I couldn't believe it. It was actually freaking crazy, so it was. But yeah, property, it's good to see the properties getting back up again. But here, one person I haven't spoke to about in a while, Mr. Andrew Tate. Apparently it's come out in the last couple of hours there. I woke up this morning to see this here, that prosecution files revealing graphic claims of what is actually going on with him at the minute, why he's being prosecuted. Now, for what they're saying is apparently he was cleared, and then now there's more evidence popping up of things that he had apparently said, him and his brother, in relation to charges of rape and women trafficking and stuff like that. Apparently it's all firing back up again. He's also facing charges of rape as well, as I said there. But these new files now apparently appeared, and about slavery as well, the term of slavery, which is just bonkers. A lot of young lads out there were watching this guy, and he was, in my opinion, I think he's a dickhead, and he is very. He leads a lot of people on down the wrong path. So he does. So, I've had a lot of people contact me saying that they do agree with a lot of things that he say, and then mostly young ones actually contact me. But I've even told Brooke and Lewis not to watch him, because he is filling a lot of young ones' heads full of crap. I mean, I had a meeting there recently with Lewis's teacher, and they were all saying, like, we've tried to stop all that crap in the schools because of all the things that he's saying and what he's encouraging young ones to do, and all this here shite. And it's like, well, I mean, that's just Mr. Tate for you. It's just the way he is. He beats to his own drum. But there's more evidence apparently came out over the last week or so, and a lot of news sources have got hold of these things. You want to go online and read it, guys. I don't even want to repeat some of the things that's said. I know obviously I've been saying things that are about the baby killer and stuff like that there, but when it comes to disrespecting women like that and treating women like that, I think it's absolutely fucking disgusting. But I've never been a big fan of Andrew Tate in the first place. I always think he's a bit of a dickhead, to be quite honest with you, and he's a bit of an egotistical moron, but that's just my opinion on it. So it is, I think he's a bit of a twat. But what do I know? Right, I'm going to baffle on here and get on to some of your questions, because I've been rambling on here for what? Have a look at the wee recorder here. 50 minutes. Holy shit. I'll get into some of your questions here, because I know there's a lot of questions from you guys in relation to, obviously, I've been speaking to you over the last 2 weeks or so. So obviously I want to get into it and get talking to you and stuff like that. I have my social media platforms opened, so it's all good. So it is. So here, I'll have a wee look here and see. I'll start with Instagram today, and then I'll jump onto Facebook, and then I'll go to the emails before I head off for the rest of this podcast for today, guys. So I'll go on the Instagram first of all here, saying I'm going to hear first of all from Alice. Yes, Alice is on Instagram, and she has wrote me a message from, let's have a look here, last Friday, saying, "Hi Matthew, how you doing? Just wondering, where is your podcasts? I've been listening to them regularly while at work, and I haven't heard nothing for the last week or two. Is everything okay? Is the podcast still in motion? Also, I have a quick question for you. What is your plans for Christmas time? I'm a big fan of Christmas. I love Christmas time with my family and my 2 doggies. What is your plans for Christmas this year? I know it's a little bit far ahead and far-fetched, but do you have any special plans for Christmas this year? Keep up the good work, Alice." Okay, but too far. I guess it's still August. Fuck here. I was in the shop yesterday with Lewis, and I saw some Christmas stuff, and I was like, "It's August." I actually said it out loud, a bit too loud. Actually, it's fucking August. Halloween stuff is bad enough, but Christmas, it's fucking August. Really? Well, I'm back, as you're probably listening to this question being answered now. The podcast has explained why I haven't been here, but Christmas time this year, well, probably just the usual. Me and the 2 kids spend Christmas morning together. Mum and Dad will probably come around as usual. Wonder if Dad's going to dress up this year like he always has. He didn't dress up last year, and I was a little bit disappointed in. Anybody who doesn't know, you want to go and watch all my vlogs from the last couple of Christmases. Dad always turns up at our house on Christmas Day in a funny outfit. He's wore really funny ones over the last year, funny hats, and last year he didn't. And a lot of people were wanting to see my dad dressed up, and when he turned up in his normal clothes, we were a little bit disappointed in it. But anyway, probably the usual this year for Christmas, to be quite honest with you. Myself, Brooke and Lewis, Mum and Dad, usual family, just usual stuff. As you all know, I don't have a partner to spend Christmas with, so I'll be on my own again this Christmas, no doubt. Probably just spend time, and then obviously Brooke will disappear probably in the afternoon time, early evening, to go up and see her boyfriend, spend a bit of time with him. Lewis will probably be out with his wee friend seeing his thing, so Christmas will probably entail me sitting, well, after all the Christmas festivities, of course, like Christmas night normally entails with me. I normally just sit my own Christmas night and just chill out and watch a bit of crap TV is always on, maybe have a beer and then go to bed. Nothing special for me. as you all know, I don't have a wife, I don't have a girlfriend, so I don't have anybody to spend time with, so I just sort of get on with myself and just patter about. So that's probably my plans for Christmas. I love Christmas. Here's the thing though, guys, I do miss, it probably sounds stupid, I do miss Christmas in a way, if you know what I mean. The older Christmases, when the kids were smaller, if you know what I mean. Once they grow up, the magic of Christmas disappears with that as well. That's the shit thing about your kids growing up. They grow up too quick, they become adults, and then well, don't get me wrong, you can still try and create some Christmas magic, but having small kids in the house run around, getting excited, opening their presents and saying, "Oh, Daddy, look what I got," and blah 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 blah, and all this here, and as they get older, they get less and less, and then like last year, they didn't get very many presents, but they were expensive presents. You know what I mean? So I do miss the Christmases of past where they were tiny and they run around, and when they get a bike or a keyboard or a new phone or they get new clothes and silly wee things, and that's the thing I miss about Christmas. But it was to come along eventually, especially when you have kids. So, but there you go. But yes, and Alice, thanks for your message. I appreciate it, darling. And thank you for the support. And yes, the podcast is back. So there you go. Let's get another one here from Instagram. Let's have a look and see. Right. Scott has sent me a message on Instagram. He sent me a message here in relation to flights and airports here, from what I can read here. Yes, he has. He says here, "Hi Matthew, just recently watched your videos where you and Liz were stranded in the airport. Just to let you know that you're not the only one who has these issues. I travel quite a bit with my job back and forward to the UK and also to Spain, and flights have been cancelled and rescheduled quite a lot regularly. We don't seem to know what the problem is. I don't know if it's EasyJet themselves or it could be something else. I've had multiple flights of myself cancelled in recent months, and it's very, very frustrating having to spend an extra day in a place, whether it be a hotel or have to spend a few extra hours overnight in an airport. My advice to you is to put a claim in for compensation, because it depends on how long you were spending extra in the airport. I was glad to see you get back home safe. I hope your future flights are not like this, but just wanted to share my experiences recently with EasyJet and more, as their flights have been cancelled and delayed quite a lot. Enjoy all your content. Keep up the good work, mate. And a big thumbs up." That's from Scott. Yes, I've seen a lot of people actually saying about that. About flights being cancelled and everything else. But this is the time of year as well, guys, Summer holidays and flights being delayed and flights being cancelled and people in airports pulling their fucking hair out and going nuts and everything else. But it's just been one of those experiences that I got told a story about this. I think maybe I did tell it in the last podcast, maybe I didn't, because whenever we were in the airport that time, 2 weeks ago, our flight was cancelled because of an issue where supposedly the plane was coming back from Amsterdam and it hit a bird and went into the engine and caused an oil leak in the engine, which means the flight had to be cancelled. We had to reschedule our flight for another time, either be later on that night or possibly we had to stay there for the night. And I said to the one, this is where Liz was being a crafty wee shit. I said to the girl, listen, what's the situation? We can't get on this later flight back to Belfast. We had to put up in the local hotel for the night, and we'll sort that out for you. And I go, "Where's the hotel?" And she says, "The one across the street, Hampton by Hilton." Lewis's face lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. "Daddy, we get to spend the night in the hotel. Let's go. We could check into the hotel and then go back into the city for a few hours and then come back up, and then I can go to the gym in the hotel and then we can have a nice..." Lewis, you're chancing your fucking arm. There's a flight home at 20 to 9. We're getting that. We're coming home. I want to come home. He wanted a night in the hotel. Crafty wee shit. But but no, I do concur with obviously what you're saying there, Scott, because I've seen a lot of people saying their flights have been cancelled and flights have been delayed and everything else. It's just a fucking nightmare, so it is. Absolute nightmare, so it is. But you say you travel quite a lot with your job. I'm sure that's fun, travelling back and forward, spend most of your time on a flight. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the airport. The airport doesn't bother me. I actually don't mind the airport. People think the airports are fucking crazy and they go mad at it. It doesn't bother me. I'm used to it. So as long as I can get a coffee, I'm happy. I just sit there and watch the flights take off all day. It doesn't bother me. You probably think to yourself, what? Airports drive me, they're boring. I'm like, it doesn't bother me. As long as there's a coffee, I'm happy. So I have. And Lewis is beside me, and I'll have a laugh and joke and wind him up. Anyway, thanks for your messages on Instagram. I do appreciate it. Let's get on to some of the Facebook ones here. I'll take one or two from Facebook and then I'll jump into the email here. Let's have a look here and see. Right. On Facebook, we have one here from John. John on Facebook. Hiya, John. Looks like he sent me a message a wee bit. Ooh, let's see. We'll work at the dates. Ooh, he sent me a message about 2 weeks ago. Sorry for only getting back to you now, John. I appreciate it. Hey, Matthew. How you doing? Just wanted to know, have you ever came across the YouTuber from Blackpool, Walk on the Wild Side? I am from Blackburn and came across this YouTuber when I was visiting Blackpool 2 years ago. I've started watching this guy's content all the time. He's a really nice guy. As I met him in Blackpool about 6 months ago, he was a really nice guy, so pleasant and always nice to his viewers. Have you ever heard of this guy? Have you ever met this guy? What's your view on it? Well, there you go, John. Yes, I actually have watched a lot of his videos. I was actually keeping an eye for him to see if I could run into him in Blackpool. I actually just missed him in Blackpool because we were in 2 or 3 different spots the same day he was there. And we must have just literally missed him. He's an older guy, guys. For people who don't know who he is, he lives in Blackpool. He walks around every day with a camera and he films updates on the set, on the town, what's going on, or any updates on new buildings and what's going on and what events are on and stuff like that. He's been doing it for a couple of years, and people may think he's a bit of a weirdo, but I've seen a lot of people online saying that he's a very humble, gracious man, and every person that's met him, he's been so nice to them and he's been so pleasant to people. And I had a mate of mine who went to Blackpool last year. Was it last year? Towards the end of last year, during the illumination time, September, October, him and his wife went away for the weekend, and they ran into him, and they said he was such a lovely man. I'd say he's probably in his 50s, and people may think, oh, he's a bit of a creep, he looks like a bit of a weirdo and all that there. Look, listen, looks deceive. He's apparently a really lovely guy. Some of the recent videos he's been doing since we came back from Blackpool, like the recent air show, there was an air show in Blackpool, he was showing stuff about all different things, and he's very passionate about Blackpool because he's lived there all his life, and he does reviews on everything and tells you stories about the history of Blackpool, walks you around different parts and says, well, back in the day this used to be here, and remember when this used to be there and all. And he seems like a really legitimate guy, and fair play to him. You know what I mean? Walk on the Wild Side, his videos are called, and he seems like a really nice guy. And I was hoping to run into him, but maybe next time I'm in Blackpool I might farm a wee message or something to see, because he loves doing collab videos with other YouTubers. So maybe I'll send him a wee message one time and see if he fancies doing a wee collab when I'm over in Blackpool next time. I know people might look at him and go, oh, he looks a bit creepy, he looks a bit weird and all. But I actually enjoy his videos because he talks about the history of Blackpool. He shows you around and wee parts of Blackpool you thought you'd never see. He goes up to Fleetwood. He goes into all parts of Blackpool, not just where all the amusements are and the tower and all that there. He goes into all the wee back streets of the housing areas and all, and shows you different places and tells you stories, and any big events that's on in Blackpool, he's there covering it. So for people who can't make it, like for example that big air show where they had the Red Arrows there a week or two ago, he was right there filming everything and showing everybody and all. So you would say he'd be a bit of an ambassador for Blackpool. So, but yes, I have seen his stuff. So I have, and I actually enjoy some of it. Some of it I don't, but some of it I do. But thanks for your message. I do appreciate it. Just before I answer the next one here, I was just looking out the window here. It looks like it's about to fucking rain again. Honest to God, this has been one of the worst summer weather-wise I've ever seen in my life. Crazy. Let's get on to another one here from Facebook. Right, I want to hear from Martina. Is it Martina? Martina on Facebook. It says, hi Matthew, just came across your YouTube channel at the start of the summer, and I couldn't believe how many videos you've made over the last lot of years. Really enjoyed watching them. I spent 2 days watching some of your older videos, and I must say, you look so much better and happier now than what you've done in recent years. Flip. Thanks very much. I've been watching a lot of your older ones, from Brooke growing up to be a smart young lady, from Lewis, from all his achievements, and you being such a great dad. Well, thank you very much. I will continue to watch all your videos, and I've now found out you have a podcast, which I'll be listening to as well. Love all the great work. Keep up the great work. All the love here from Wigan. Wigan! She's from Wigan! Well, you know, I was in Wigan not that long ago with Lewis. So, thank you very much for that. Is it Martina? God, I was in Wigan not that long ago too. Great to show you. But yes, thank you very much for that. Yes, fucking so many videos on there, I've lost count now. Yeah, the kids have grew up now and they're not babies anymore, so it's unbelievable, isn't it? Like, but it's nice to look back on some things. By the way, thanks for your message, Martina. I do appreciate it. It's actually made me smile a lot, so it has. Thank you so much. I'll do one more from Facebook and then I'll go into the emails here. Let's have a look here and see. Right, I've one here from Wayne. Wayne on Facebook. He actually wrote me the message here a week ago. For what dates? What day are we on today? We're on 23rd. Yeah, a week ago. Wayne says, "Hi Matthew, how you doing? Just want to drop you a wee quick message for your podcast. Have you ever considered getting any sponsors or any more guests on your podcast that really would grow your audience? I know obviously you enjoy your podcast. I love you like talking and stuff like that. But have you ever done any other podcasts before or any other radio shows before with guests, kind of speak? Guests, in my opinion, would make the show a lot better and also more segments too as well. What's your thoughts on this?" Okay. Yes, I have. I used to do a few different podcasts. I used to do a radio show on local radio for, what was it, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but in the morning time. It wasn't the morning time, sorry, it was between 12 and 2 every Tuesday and Thursday. I was also on the air live on a Monday night from 6 to 8 on local radio, doing a football show with a co-host. I also done a podcast radio show that was broadcasted on the radio show and broadcasted as a podcast with another co-host as well. I have done, on that podcast, it was a wrestling podcast show I brought in multiple guests from guys who you see in WWE today, the likes of Fergal Devitt, aka Finn Balor, ex-WWF wrestlers, the Headbangers. I had on, so many guys you see recently appear on WWE TV now, JT McDonough, which is Jordan Devlin from over there, local wrestlers, people involved. Even when I was on the radio show doing live broadcast, I would answer questions on the air, do requests, I'd have guests on the show. Yeah, I've done loads. This podcast, you know, I would love to get a sponsor one day for it, but I've been speaking to a few different people and stuff like that there, but you never know. Guests and stuff, yes, but again, it's trying to find people to do it. I mean, look at the whole rigmarole we had a few months ago when the podcast wasn't that old, whenever we had interviews done from the cost of living crisis and stuff like that, and then I was contacted a day before the broadcast was go live that apparently they weren't allowed to do anymore because it wasn't given the right permission from the different place that they went to do the interviews. It was a whole big fucking kerfuffle. I have actually been asked about bringing in some of the viewers and listeners to the podcast, but then the way I look at it is I'm thinking about maybe looking at a different way of doing it, where I could do a live Instagram feed or a live Facebook or whatever and do it live, or even do it live on YouTube where I can answer questions live on the air. I'm looking at all these different ways of doing it and trying to obviously fit it in my busy schedule. So yes, to answer your question, yes, I have done stuff where I've had guests and co-hosts and whatever else. Yes, I have. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. I loved being live on the air too as well. It was fucking awesome. Where you're 12 to 2, you were just sitting there and you were answering questions. People were texting into the show and you were doing requests and you were talking about different things that was going on in the world. It was brilliant. Had an absolute ball. So I'd love to do it again someday, but you never know. You never know. Just have to wait and see. But thanks for your question. I do appreciate it. Right, I'm going to go into the emails here because I've been baffling on quite a bit here today. Let's get into the emails here. If you want to contact me by email, guy, you can. We're on my podcast at yahoo.com. Let's get into one here from, let's have a look. Pauline on the email. Pauline says, "Hi Matthew, just wanted to drop you a wee email for your podcast to say I absolutely love your podcast every week. I love it when you rant and rave, especially about Harry and Meghan, as I really do not like them at all. I think Harry has turned into an egotistical moron, and I think he should kick her to the curb and get rid of her. Do you agree with me on this? I'm sure you probably do. Also, I'm not a big fan of Sleepy Joe or Donald Trump. I think them two are two old men who need to be locked up in an insane asylum. Brilliant. Keep up the good work. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my email. I hope it finds you in good spirits. Brilliant. Fucking insane asylum. All politicians should be locked up in the fucking insane asylum. Oh, I don't know. Oh, some of the emails I get are absolutely brilliant. Love it. Let's get on to another one here. Right, I've got one here from, let's have a look. Gee whiz. Guys, seen you take a break for 2 weeks. It's fucking crazy. Unbelievable. Right, one here from Michael. Seeing this sound, what's actually cracked me up. Fucking dude, especially Sleepy Joe. He's putting the car home with a blanket around his feet and giving his medication every day. Giving his wee ensure and have his morning pad changed. Oh, crazy. Right, where was I? Was it Michael? Here we are there. Right, one here saying, fucking brilliant. Hey Matthew, how you doing? Love the podcast every single week. Just want to ask you a question. Have you any interest at all in art or any at all about museums? I love travelling across the UK and checking out all different types of art and museums. Just thought I would ask you as a matter of interest. Okay. Museums I do like. I find museums for me help me switch off from all the stress and the crap that I'm going through and maybe that day or that week or whatever is going on in my life at the time. I mean, I've been to multiple museums. One of the most ones of enjoyable ones I've actually visited is the ones in Liverpool, not being biased because I love Liverpool. The World Museum is phenomenal, and the big one down the front of the docks, the Liverpool Museum, is burning too. Funny enough you say that there, actually, Tim Michael. I was actually talking to Lewis on the train there 2 weeks ago going to football. I'd love to go back to the one museum nearby from us, the one in Cultrall, the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum. I haven't been there since Lewis and Brooke were small. And obviously they got a couple of new things on there up there at the one as well. I'd like to go up and see and maybe spend the afternoon up there with Lewis. But yeah, I mean, museums for me is my way of switching off from the world and just going out and learning new things. And you know, I'm not a big lover of the art or anything out there, and I do like a good bit of art. I mean, you know, I've got a few pieces hanging up on my wall at the minute, so but I do enjoy museums as my way of switching off, and you know, I might not know everything about museums, I might not be the smartest cookie in the jar and thing, but just to learn new things and find out about new things and things that I didn't know about and see things from the past, and just a way of just sort of switching off for that couple of hours while you're there and just have a nice day and relax and just switch off. And that's what I like to do. So yes, I do like a good museum. So, but anyway, thanks for your email. Do appreciate it. Right, one more before I go. Fucking hell, guys, the emails you guys have sent me is unbelievable. I'm going to have to sit down sometime the next day or two and reply to a lot of these messages because they're absolutely fucking insane. Hey Matthew, how you doing? Just came across your YouTube channel 3 weeks ago and I found all your recent videos from your trip to London. My two children and myself and my wife are all from London ourselves, and we're fascinated by the videos that you've done. Can I ask you a question? You keep saying on your YouTube channel that you're going to be releasing a video of a tour of London City with yourself and Lewis. When exactly are you going to release it? You have said a few times you're going to release it, but we are looking forward to seeing you in London itself. Hope you can clear this up for me. Thanks for reading my email. Okay. Yes, I know I keep saying I'm going to release it. I am so sorry, guys. Again, it's getting around to my schedule in my life. I have fucking unbelievable footage of Lewis and I on an open-top bus tour of London. And I recorded it on my bigger camera, the one I used to do vlogs on years ago. And you see Lewis and I going around on the double-decker bus. You see us at Big Ben. You see us in Westminster Square. You see us in all these different places. Buckingham Palace. You name it, we're there. You see us there. And it's a great video. And I want to have to get it put out because I keep forgetting to put it out. It's a great vlog. So it is. I'm going to have to get it out before the end of the week. Just take an hour or two in my life and just get it done. So apologies for people who are looking forward to it. It's a great vlog. There's Buckingham Palace, me at Big Ben. You see me taking the piss out of people for the podcast. You see us at, You see this with the oil testers and everything too. Well, don't you should be talking to them, but you see the oil testers, me laughing at them, and just all different things you see in it, and it's fucking great. It's a great vlog. So it is. But anyway, thanks for your email. I'll try and get it out as quick as I can. You said you're from London, but you never actually said where. Let me know whereabouts in London you're from. Our London experience was good. I actually enjoyed it. But here's the thing, before I go, I'm talking on London. You all know I'm going to London this weekend with Lewis. Lewis is happy because I was double checking all the information 2 days ago about the time I had to check out of the hotel. Our flight home is not until the last flight at 10 o'clock at night coming home. So Lewis is like, Dad, I want to go to Oxford Street just to say I've been to Oxford Street in London to see all the big stores. And so I might try and surprise him and get out of the hotel maybe about 10 or 11 in the morning and head down to Oxford Street and see if I can try and get him down there for a wee bit. I know you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, Oxford Street's a bit dangerous at the minute. No, not there, but I just want to go to Oxford Street and Trafalgar Square and all before I come home. Just have to wait and see. See if I can squeeze it in before I go home. But anyway, thanks for all your emails, guys. I do appreciate it. Right, I'm going to wrap it up here. Now, tomorrow is Thursday. Now, you all know I normally do a podcast on Thursday. I will try my damnedest to get unrecorded for tomorrow again, which I should be back tomorrow. I'll be doing the Jackass of the Week, so if you want to get a suggestion in for that, I would appreciate it. Jackass of the Week. We talk about more different things that's going on in the world, answer more of your questions, and more, so stay tuned for that. So guys, thank you so much for sticking with me for the last hour or so here on the podcast. Thank you for all your messages about asking where I've been and what's going on and things like that. I really do appreciate all your love, all your support, every single day. It means a lot to us. Right, I'm going to head down the road here now. So if you're listening to us here on Apple Music, Spotify, add us to your favourites. If you listen to it on YouTube, drop a like on the video, subscribe as well, guys. Don't forget to check out Murder Army podcast, Murder Army YouTube channel. It's available on there too as well. Don't forget to subscribe to that too. I'll be back for another one soon. Don't you worry about that. Until the next one, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday, and I will see you back here next time for another episode of the Murder Army podcast Unleashed.